fresh out the box. Stop, look and watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's all that.
Hey guys, y'all know the vibes. It's odeevibez and we too live with it. Your favorite music influencer from the one and only Boston, Beantown, City of Champs. And you know, it's Friday. Feeling good.
Feeling amazing.
Yerp. As y'all already can hear, we in the building with the one and only Qween Ali.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
Boston's favorite. I love how you're wearing that 617 shirt.
Yeah, shout out to Noble from Museum TV. He actually made this shirt for me. So make sure y'all get y'all shirts, 508-617, all that.
Period. Shout out Museum TV. We love it. I'm like a big person. Like wherever I go, I always love to rep Boston. Like I be like, I'm like you heard me. You heard me when I said I like,
always City of Champs.
Because what? That's what we are.
Yeah.
Period.
I feel you.
Period. We go way back. Like this is really my friend
way
for
back.
Real. Like, this is really my friend for real. And I'm so happy that you are rapping and stuff like that. Like when I first heard you, like, you know, rapping and stuff, I was like, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool as hell.
You were rapping before me though.
I was though.
Yeah.
I was. And it's like, you know, forever I will be a musician. You know, music coming soon. You know, I feel like that's what I love about like being in the music industry or just in general, just pursuing my art. Like there's so many like different avenues that you can take and do and just, you know, be in. You know?
Can't box yourself in.
Literally. So, you know, speaking of like rapping, literally, like what influenced you to start rapping?
So me and my cousins and like my brothers and stuff, like we were just young and bored. Nothing really to do. And I was a big fan of like 106 and Park and stuff back in the day.
Love.
So like I used to like listen to like Lil Wayne, Missy Elliott, Nicki and stuff at that time. And then when the iPods came out, like we used to rap over like the beat. So like we played like on the computer and then like put the iPod on the speaker and like rap over it. So like we just had nothing to do. So we were kind of like doing that. We were doing skits. We were doing like so much. And at one point, like when my mama found out that we was like doing rapping and stuff, and she was like, "That's not gonna pay the bills. That's not it, whatever." So I kind of let it go. And I was doing like poetry for a little bit.
Nice.
I was writing poetry and stuff. And one of my peoples like actually read my shit and was like, "Yo, like this is a rap." And he was from like down south, so like he actually like rapped my poetry. And he's like, "We about to get in the studio," and I was like, "Okay." You feel me? Like, why not? Like, it was always a thought in my mind, but I just never actually like considered pursuing it. So, you know.
So, like, what about rapping and like music gives you thrill to pursue it though? And keep going.
It's like. Because poetry at the time was like therapy for me, you feel me? So like this is kind of just another way for me to, I guess, get my feelings out in a way. And now it's like musically. So like the biggest thing for me is like if I'm like going crazy, like I feel like I'm about to have a mental breakdown or whatever, like the biggest thing for me is like putting on a beat or putting on a song. Like I've always been drawn to music. I just, you know, at the time didn't know what I wanted to do. But now, music is my therapy.
Amen.
You know?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I definitely can relate. Like, yeah, I be writing poetry too, so it's like, and literally it's crazy because I be thinking about like how we sometimes be having conversations, we be talking about stuff, and literally how I was just saying like, yo, literally music is poetry on.
That's
a beat.
what I'm saying.
So it's like, you know,
yeah. Lily, that's crazy to me. Like I actually haven't like sat down and like really wrote like poetry in a minute.
No, yeah,
but technically I'm.
You
still,
are.
Right? You know what I mean? It's just now musically. You feel
literally.
me? So
literally, that's love.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So not only are you a rapper, but you a mamiana.
Yeah, I am. I have a beautiful daughter, 6 years old. Symphony. Yeah.
And it's crazy because like you were like literally one of like the first people in Boston, like for me, that like was around my age and stuff like that had a kid and stuff, and I was just like so happy for you. I don't know, it's just like I just children are a blessing.
I think like out of like our friend group at the time, like growing up, like there wasn't a lot of people that were having kids. I think there was like only one other person
right.
before me. You feel me?
No, yeah.
But yeah.
And you definitely, like I said, like what I see, like you love your daughter clearly, and it's just like you take care of her, and it's like I don't know, it's just like it just makes me happy.
That's
like whenever,
my baby. Yeah, don't have kids until y'all ready. You feel me?
Yeah, right.
But you know what I'm saying? I always say you can't never be ready for a child, because at the end of the day, like every year is a new experience, and you like that's kind of like a learning experience. You learn as you go. So I'm kind of still learning as I go. You feel me? She's 6 now. I don't know what what's gonna be at 7 or 8, but
right.
I'm just kind of just going with the flow at the moment.
Love that. So how do you balance being a mom and a rapper?
That's kind of like hard, because like kind of now, like even when like I leave to go to the studio and stuff, like she kind of gets upset and things like that, and be like, why you gotta go to the studio almost every day? But like I just like hope like as she gets older, like she's able to see why I do the things I do and why I'm out long nights and late nights. You feel me? It's not easy. I kind of have like really bad days sometimes, and then other days I'm okay. But I mean, it just comes with it, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say there's a balance to it. But what's that sign? Like not the two. What is it? The Libra sign?
Libra.
Yeah. It's like it's just always on, something's always unbalanced a little bit. Like that's just how I feel. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm either giving so much to being a mom, and like there's less time taking on my music, or giving so much to my music there's less time for my kid. But I'm trying. Again, it's like a learning thing. Yeah.
Literally. Trying is like the route to like figuring out the solution.
You feel me? Yeah. So I'm gonna figure it out. And as she gets older, it's kind of getting like a little bit easier, because I'm taking her. I used to before not take her to the studio with me, but like I take her sometimes. So.
Nice. Yeah, I even seen her, like you performed over the summertime, and I seen that
she was there. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, love.
Yeah, that was actually the first show I ever took her to.
Nice.
So yeah, she actually got to see me perform for the first time. So that was actually like the biggest highlight of this year for me.
Aww,
yeah.
Love. Okay, and so for moms who are pursuing to be like a rapper as well, what would you suggest for them to do?
I would honestly say just time is the biggest thing. Just try to schedule it. With me, I'm like really bad with scheduling things, clearly. So like when it comes to the studio, it's not like I really schedule a studio session. I kind of just be hitting on my engineer, like, you there or whatever. You feel me? So
good
like,
relationship. So that's good.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's kind of like the biggest thing for me is like just make sure like you're scheduling, and like you're making sure that you have time for yourself, time for music, and time for your loved ones too, because like life just goes by so fast, you know, in the blink of a minute. Like it could be 2-3 years later. So when it comes to, pursuing anything like of your dream, just make sure like you're still taking that time for the other parts of your life too.
That's good.
So
right.
Yeah. Just not focusing all your time on one thing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket in a sense. Yep. So it's kind of like the same thing. Yep. So I definitely agree. And then when it comes to like time and scheduling, like I agree, like sometimes things just be everywhere, but for me, I Google Calendar is my best friend. Like,
if it wasn't for you, I would have been like, I thought this was at 8. I seen M15. I was like, okay. You feel me?
No, literally.
But yeah, I've been using my calendar actually a lot lately, so I fuck with that. Yeah.
No, literally. Use your calendars.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's going to be very, very helpful.
Very,
for you.
very helpful.
And your notes. I use my notes a lot. Literally. Yeah. And now you can share them. I like
yes. Oh my, real live time. I'm like,
and add music. So that's actually what, like, before Rhymer's Block, I was writing on my notes. Like, I would save the song in my notes and then just write through there.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. Yep. That's good tip. You feel me? Like, that's gems right there.
You feel me?
Like,
not a lot of people know that, too.
No, literally. That's cool. You feel me? Yeah. Okay. So, we see and we know, like, you got your daughter to support you. So, like, what other support have you had on this journey of the music career? Because we know it's not easy.
I've had, like, majority of my people around supporting me. Like, a lot of my friends support my music and stuff. I know, like, not everybody's going to be at every event, every show, whatever the situation may be, because they have their own lives. But I know the people that are around me, like, consistently continue to support me. My family supports me.
That's good.
You feel me? So, I mean, whoever wants to be there for the ride could be there for the ride. If not, see you later, because I ain't fucking with no haters.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's on period. That's on period. Right. And I feel like, gosh, I'm trying not to cry, but it's like, okay. Like, speaking of, like, supporters and stuff like that, who is someone, or, like, is there someone that was or is, like, a big supporter to you?
Yeah. So my biggest supporter was actually my best friend, sister, Quaaneiruh. And she recently just passed away. But that was probably about to be one of the biggest female artists in Boston. I'm not even gonna say probably was gonna be one of the biggest female artists in Boston.
Big Q.
But because of a lot of violence out here, sadly her life was taken. Innocent life at that. Doing what she loved. She was at a music video, and kind of like wrong place, wrong time in a way. But I'm actually just glad to have had her like in my life for so long, because when I first moved to Boston, I didn't really know where I fit in a way, and like she was kind of like the person to take me under her wing, and she was younger than me. You feel me? Like I want to say I was like in high school going to college, and she was like maybe like 16 years old, still in like high school. You feel me? So I was like, she was just always genuine.
Yes, very much
and as
so.
she got older, she noticed that music is what she wanted to do also. And we were just trying to get her to a place where like she just felt so comfortable enough to share that with the world. And sadly, she is not here to physically do that, but that's not going to stop us from sharing her music either. So Big Q coming soon. Don't forget it.
Period. Never, ever. Yeah. And honestly, like that support that you're talking about, and just her bringing like people in, I definitely can relate to that, because I met Q at the Mildred, and literally like she's only a year older than me, but like literally second week of me being there took me in, like, I'm trying to say, like, and then from there locked in.
She's just so sweet, like the way she is, like you can't just not love her. Like literally, you can't be in a room with her and not like her. Like
and not laugh.
You feel me? Like she's such a genuine person and so loving, so caring. So like I'm glad she was there to be, especially like for this new EP drop. It's been a minute. She's been on my back. She's helped me with like almost every song. I sent her all my songs. Word. So like she's just like change this. I think this is better. Whatever the situation is. But she's been to every show. Or at least tries to be, but you know what I'm saying? And she was a mom to a beautiful baby boy. Amen. You know what I mean? So, that's just my angel now. That's my baby now.
Long live Q. We love you forever.
Throwing big B's.
Period.
Bleeding red. I was about to say blue, because my favorite color blue, and she can't stand when I wear blue.
No, my favorite color is blue, but I love red. Like that, we used to talk about that. So like,
man, I wear red all the time now. And before, you could never catch me wearing red. But for her, yeah, baby girl, I wear red for you. Always.
Period. Yeah. Okay, well, is there any good vibes of wisdom that you want to leave to people, or like, quote anything, and then like you could say in a sense who would be to, like it could be, to kids, to female rappers, to Boston, like whoever, or you could just say like just a quote before you cook it up.
I think the biggest thing that's been on my mind lately is kind of like how you said, in a way where find what you love to do and stick to it, and continue pursuing it, even though it feels like it's hard and you're investing probably so much money into yourself and what you're doing, because one day, in the end, in the long run, it will work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're manifesting everything you want, like, and you have God by your side, Amen. It's gonna happen. You feel me? So that's the biggest thing for me, because I'm teaching myself how to continue going. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Especially mentally, physically, and emotionally. Like, being an artist is hard. Doing anything that you truly love is hard. You feel me? Like, it's emotionally draining sometimes. So just taking that time to yourself. Sometimes it's okay to cry. It's okay to be vulnerable. Let it out, and then come back, be a boss, and get back to you know what I'm saying, what you was doing.
Get back to it.
Yeah. So that's just it for me. Just continue grinding. Don't stop.
Love that. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so, we chopped it up. So, let's make some chop suey. And let's hear you. I'm ready to hear you kill this beat for real. Period.
She's the only person that could get me on here to do this, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm so happy. So this beat is by MK Beats. Mm-hmm. He's out here in Philadelphia cooking it up.
Okay.
So,
Big Philly.
Check in with him. And it's Big Philly. And you know, like, yeah. So this is about to go hard.
Yo.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to him. Yeah. Here's a story about a girl named Qween. She been hustling for a long time, if you know what I mean. Born and raised in Jersey, her mama moved to the Bean. Didn't know where she fit, she was just aiming to please. Lost in the crowds, they never got along. Told her she would never make it, time to prove them wrong. Through these ups and downs, sis try to stay sane. Do you know how many times she done severed through the pain? Let's talk about the foster homes sis ran away from. The cold night she cried cause she ain't have anyone. Understanding doesn't mean that it's relatable. So many people viewing things from their peripherals. She had to get it anyhow, she wasn't new to this. Addicted to the freedom money buys exclusiveness. Fair warning, this trap of shit ain't for everybody. She had to fight with them demons every night, let's talk about it. She said, don't let them take your love and kindness as a weakness. Just get it out the mud, this lesson is a teaching. Stop blocking blessings, that's the devil trying to reach you. She said, hold on, yeah. Cold hard, if it were she wasn't do the same. Built to take accountability, she is not ashamed. Where the real ones at, they should have dropped some names. She said, hold on, they'll only support you when it's beneficial. So many opportunists looking artificial. When it's time to blow the whistle, they ain't confidential. She wants to show you what you got potential. Yeah, to be successful, let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's ride with it. Ooh, this piece will say. All of her sins, she prayed to God and repents from him. Psalm 23, I fear no evil, that's a huge warning. Manifesting what you see, take it as a calling. It ain't no problem. Yeah, Qween Ali, oh yeah, flying high, yeah, she's soaring. Don't forget it. Qween Ali, flying high, yeah, she's soaring.
That was fire! Oh my gosh, that was so angelic. I love it. And you know what?
It's a little different because I'm so used to like.
No,
you know
seriously. No, I feel you. Sometimes for the soul.
Yeah.
For the soul.
When you sent me this beat, I was like, oh, okay. It's put me on a different type of time.
For the
you know
soul,
what I'm saying?
For the soul. Oh no, you really wow. I wasn't even like, I obviously knew you was gonna do good, but I was not expecting that. So that was, I love it. Okay, yeah. Well, that's a wrap. We out. All the vibes when you're looking for vibes. Period.
You know what I'm saying? Period.